Let's get to it. Got us active in this portal. We are live. I'm gonna let the family come in. Oh, y'all already in here. Y'all been waiting on me. Y'all been waiting on me. We're gonna get started, man. As you can see, the crypto market looks like it's falling a bit. You understand me? And so does the stock market, right? And that's what I wanted to talk about. And then I wanted to talk about a market that's not falling right now, right? Which is very important. All right. So we'll get to it. Let's hopefully this works. Sending out link. I might have sent out the wrong link, so I'm gonna send out the right link in just a second. I definitely sent out the wrong link. Let me stop doing that. All right. So listen, I want to give y'all my take on why I think the crypto market is falling. And there's not just one thing. You understand me? There's multiple reasons why the market is falling. And I want to be able to give y'all some guidance as we're going through 2022. You understand me? Because this is very, very important. You understand me? Join me live right now. Okay. All right, press one if y'all ready to begin. You understand me? Gonna get started. If you rewatching this, we'll be starting in a second. You may want to fast forward just another 2 minutes. You understand me? For people in the future that's gonna be watching it. All right, we got some solid people in here. Okay. Yeah, I think y'all ready. Let me drop this on my social media. Right. And we ready to go after that. All right. So, peace, family. I'm 19 Keys. I believe the people that are here are familiar, but those that are not, you understand me? I go by 19 Keys. I'm a thought leader for the culture. You understand me? And what that means is that I make sure that the thoughts that we should be influenced by are directly in our conscious field so we can tap into opportunities. We can tap into new downloads, you understand me, and transfers that we supposed to get on a daily basis, right? I teach tech, wealth, and a master mindset and a multitude of other different things and subjects that I go into, right? Whether it's metaphysics to the metaverse. You understand me? Deeply diversified in my polymathic way of speaking and my polymathic way of thinking. You understand me? So there we are with that. Um, Today, what I wanted to talk to you all about was cryptocurrency and the stock market. As you can see, the stock market is falling. You understand me? And with the stock market falling the way that it is, hold on, I got another. Let me restart this real quick. And then I want to talk to you about a market that's not falling. You understand me? Now, one of the markets that's not falling, I'll just go ahead and put it out the bag and make sure that y'all like and subscribe on the channel, right? We have 51,000 followers. I want to get this to 100,000 real fast. You understand me? I got a lot of things that I'm going to be announcing that's coming soon, and you all are going to benefit. And the more this channel grows, it entices me, incentivizes me to put more value on this channel. So understand that is absolutely key. You understand me? So let's get to it. So right now, the stock market is falling for multiple reasons. You understand me? We are still dealing with a lot of pending situations that's going to come. One of them is called quantitative easing, which is basically the government not putting more money into the market, right? Buying up things and things of that nature to stimulate the market, right? So you get this false economy and you get a false confidence on what the real economy is, right? Because the government is basically bailing out the world, bailing out society and the culture. You understand me? But they decided that they're going to stop doing that, right? You still have interest rates, you understand me, low, and then you have inflation considerably high, right? You have Evergrande situation, which is this real estate burst, which will affect multiple markets all at once. That one is still looming. Then you have regulation, taxation, right? All of these create this melting pot for multiple issues and a false confident market. You understand me? Um, and at the same time, you still have good things that's coming into the market and that's coming into play. Right now, if we go look at the headlines, right? Let's say I like to look at Market Watch. You understand me? Market Watch is where I like to read a lot of the news on the market and try to understand what's going on with the market and what's the sentiment of market, right? There's something called the volatility index, it's the VIX, which lets you know, right, when the market is in fear. You understand me? And then that's when if the VIX is up, that means the market is down essentially. So you can go look at the VIX, right? And then you can go see that, oh man, since this VIX is up, then that means that the market is down. So that's a quick tell sign when you start to see the VIX go up. It's called VIX, right? Somebody put that in the chat, VIX. So what they saying right now is that, some of the easy money in the market is over, right? But then some people saying that we're going to get more growth before the market dies. But what I want you all to start doing is this. During times like this, you want to have a strategy. Strategies are for uncertain times. We talked about that in a couple of my last videos. Strategies are for uncertain times. And these are very uncertain times. So if you're looking at the stock market and you're uncertain, you need a strategy, right? One strategy that people like to do is buy the dip. Now, is this a big enough dip for you to buy, right? Well, one thing you can do is go look at your stock portfolio, right? Go look at the all-time prices, all-time high prices, right? And see how far has the stock fell from the all-time high price. Or look on how that stock has been forming over the quarter from this last month, right? And see how far is it from that price, right? Now, 10% will be an actual what they call a correction in the market, right? 30% or more, that's a recession in the market, right? So I teach a lot of these things. You can get this in our wealth strategy, the wealth standard and the infinite wealth strategies, right? Where you can learn all about the market and how it works. And this allows you to start developing strategies for the market, right? And then there's also things you can learn, such as options. Options allow you to make money on both sides of the market, whether it's going up or whether it's going down, right? There's even strategies where you can play the market on a daily basis because the market works in many different ways. So you have the SPY, which is the way that the market is calculated. It's a collection of different companies inside of one fund, right? And so when the SPY is normally performing every single day, it's just going up and up and up and up, right? But today, you understand me? We've seen the SPY. I think it had maybe a 3% dip. You understand me? So that means that if you would have bought an option today that said that you believe that the SPY was going to go down, you would have made money, right? So when you see the market going down, it's not always people losing. There's a lot of people winning when the market goes down as well. So you got to ask yourself the question is, how do I win regardless of what the market is doing? And that means that you need more strategies than one that you need to implement into your business, into your strategy, into your money-making mindset, right? So, with the drops today, they're not always bad. It just depends on if you are positioned to take advantage of the market moves, right? Now, and so a lot of you all may not know what that means. So look up what options are, right? If you got 100 or more stock in a particular company, then options can be a good play for you because options can be insurance, right? Options can be insurance for your stocks, meaning that one option contract represents 100 stocks. So if you got 100 stocks and that moves down, you should make and you got to position the right way, you can make the equivalent amount of profit as the equivalent amount of loss, right? Or even more sometimes. So it can represent that you actually made money when that stock went down, and you can take that same money, either keep your profit or you can put it back into the market. You understand me? And you can do it with day trading. You can do long-term trading. So right now, I'm just telling you about strategies and things you can do in the market. Because oftentimes when we hear, or when we see the market go down, we think that everybody is losing, all is lost. No, there's still a money-making opportunity. That's the key here. Like this, in every market, whether it's the crypto market, crypto is different depending on how you're getting into the market. But when you're talking about the stock market, you're talking about, how can I make money regardless of what's happening? Right. And make sure y'all like the page. 800 plus people in here. We only got 270. Y'all do me a favor. Go ahead and like. What it does is it increases the algorithm, make the page more popular, increase the subscribership. You understand me? Incentivizes me to do more live videos. Right. And I'm going to take questions as well. You understand me? So I've been studying this for like the last couple of years myself because I wanted to teach financial literacy to the culture. Right. And I want to make sure that we are in a position that we can consistently win and we not losing. You understand me? And one thing is that when you understand options, it gives you the option to make money. During the last recession that we had, if you all had option calls, you could have made millions of dollars. And some of these calls where you can take $100, $200 and you can make $20,000 to $30,000 on options. Now, a lot of traditional investors don't like options because they're really very risky. You understand me? But as the OGs like to say, no risk, no reward. You know what I'm talking about? So yes, you can make money on Forex as well. So what I'm talking to you about is some of your strategies and some of your options that you got in the market. And right here, we want to get a little sage, man. Hit a little sage. You feel me? Get a little sage. Y'all rock with sage? Talk to me. You understand me? Now, let's talk about the crypto market because the crypto market is connected to the stock market, especially with now that they have a futures ETF is what they call it, where the Bitcoin is connected to future prices, right? But it's not connected to a spot Bitcoin, so it's not connected to actual, you understand me, physical Bitcoins or digital Bitcoins, right? So you want to understand that. And then you have a lot of stocks that are connected like Coinbase, right? Coinbase is, first IPO, largest cryptocurrency trading app. You understand me? And Coinbase is down right now from its all-time highs, right? Because crypto not doing too well. Then you got Bito, the futures Bitcoin ETF, right, which is down as well from its all-time highs, right? So you're going to see that across the field where a lot of these stocks are down right now because they're heavily invested into the crypto market. You understand me? So when crypto down, they go down. Now, Bitcoin is at the time of this is around 46,000. So if I open up, there is a platform called Trade Signal. Now, Trade Signal is very interesting because in Trade Signal, you can go and you can look at different strategies and you can study charts there, right? So I started to study charts in Trade Signal. And what you can start to do is, it's not that I would say go 100% technical analysis, right? Which is basically looking at charts to figure out your entry points, you understand me, and what you want to do in the market. But it does give you the option to start understanding the movement of these coins by looking at cycles and patterns, right? And then you get to understand when there's what they call consolidation in the market. So there's a lot of people buying at one point, and there start to become more people buying, then there's more people selling. Then they have something called Bitcoin dominance, where you can see whether Bitcoin is dominating the market, and when that Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, right, then you start to see the market shift, right? And so currently there's still some altcoins that's having gains, which are coins that's not Bitcoins, because Bitcoin is the OG, that's the original. You understand me? And so once you start to understand and you can start put some of these strategies together, you're not guessing in the market. And this is how people are able to start making money and forecasting what the market is doing, what it's about to do, what it may do, right? There's research that you can look up. There's one called The Block, where they do research for you, and then you study that research, and it starts to give you what they call the edge in the marketplace. You understand me? Where at first you can either do two things in the market. You're either gambling or you're investing. That's it. That's all you can do when it comes to building wealth. That's all you can do when it comes to the market. You're either gambling or investing. You understand me? If you're in there gambling, that means that you buy it. You don't know what's going to happen. It's up to luck. It's up to chance. If you're investing, you're going in there with a strategy, a plan, and you're going in there with an edge in the marketplace. You understand me? An edge, if you want to think about it, it's like let's say everybody's competing, just because I'm a man, I'm gonna get this analogy, right? But everybody competing for the same girl, right? But you know her best friend, and her best friend tells you things about this girl, what she likes, what she dislikes. So even though everybody may be competing, one person may go in there blind and try their hand at something, right? But you got an edge because you know more. So you gonna be more specific and customize your game and tailor it to make sure that your level or increases your chances of winning. So you're not just going in there and gambling, seeing what happened. You're going in there with an edge, right? So that's what it means to have an edge in a marketplace. You understand me now? Does that make sense to y'all? Did that analogy make any sense? Was that a good analogy for me to use? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure my analogy game is good. You understand? We got 1,000 people in here right now, right? So the place that I'm talking about is called Glassnode. So if you look on Glassnodes will can give you an edge in the market, right? Because research is everything. Once you're able to research, you're able to understand. Now you're making an informed decision, and that informed decision becomes your strategy. Oh well, I know institutional investors start to buy it more, right? You know what the movement of wallets start to mean, or when you see certain movements of wallets go off platforms or movements come in platforms, it can represent that they about to trade, or it can represent that wallets are about to hold. And hold allows for, so let's say that they say that most people that enter in the market right now are holders, right? They become long-term holders than any other time. So you got to, in order to be a long-term holder, you really got to hold it for like 3 to 6 months, right? So then that's because if you buy a Bitcoin or you buy a crypto and it's just sitting there for your wallet for like 3 months, you become a long-term holder, right? So when they see and they start measuring in the market whether people are becoming long-term holders, what that does is, let's say you bought in at 50,000, you're a long-term holder, you allow it to consolidate. So now there's more and more people, there's less people selling, and there's more people buying, which allow the prices to go up and up and up. And sometimes there can be a news that is like shocks people or scares people out the market. And then sometimes it can be oversold. And then sometimes it could be FOMO, where it's the fear of missing out. You've seen, oh, it just shot up 50% or 100%. Somebody told you they made money, right? A celebrity posted. And what happened is then that becomes overbought. Too many people bought into it. That's not real investors. They not go hold on to it. They fickle. They in and out the market as soon as one thing happens. So it's overbought, which generates a false confidence in the market. So now it needs to have a level where it consolidates again, or where you can see where there's a new high and new lows and things of that nature, right? Just some free game, right? Now, when it comes to doing things like that, like, doing it on your own, that's a whole new skill that you can learn, right? And it's not saying you're going to be 100% perfect, but in this game, you don't have to be 100%. You're playing the percentages. If you write 40% of the time, 50% of the time, that's good enough for you to win in this game. So you can do something called paper trading right now, right? And paper trading is trading as if you're going to trade a real trade in the market, but you're just writing it down on paper instead of executing it in the actual marketplace, right? So if I'm paper trading, this is a way where you can go study things and decide, well, if I was to play money, this is what I would buy right now, right? And then you come back and you can look back a month later, 2 months later, and see if that would have been a good trade. And then once you get a good percentage of a win rate, then you can decide to start taking real trades, because paper trading is real experience. It's just no risk involved, right? That's the best strategy you want to go with. So you could become a real trader right now by paper trading. You can have the best paper trading win rate in the world. The only difference is you're making no risk and you're not getting no gains until you actually start putting money in it. So that's why it costs no money to start trading. It's the lowest risk you can ever do. But this allows you to start figuring out whether you understand the market or not, and you don't have to risk any money whatsoever. Let's get them likes up again. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Right? We got 1,000 people in here. Half of y'all just supported me. You understand me? And y'all click the like button. So let's get it up again. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel so y'all can get updates on what we doing. Right? So right now we have paper trading, right? So paper trading is a good strategy. How many of you all think that you can paper trade in the future? And this is something you can do while you work. It's something you can do while you do your other business, right? Paper trading is something you can do no matter what your income is. Because if you good at paper trading, right, and you have your notebook with all your trades in it and your win rate go up, guess what? It's going to increase your confidence in the market, and you can start taking some of your income, and you can take 10, 20% or 5%, right? I'll say 5% of your income, and you can actually put it in the market and start trading. Right now, what we taught in the BWO is that we taught don't put more than 5% of your income in at a time, right? Because therefore you can never lose all your money. Key. So you can never lose all your money in it. You only have to win a certain amount of time to make sure that you never lose all your money, because you never risking enough to lose it all. And as long as you're winning enough, right, it's going to offset any losses that you've had, and you're going to end up being in the green over time. You're going to end up making profit. You understand me? So we got a question from Everett Pope. I appreciate you bought a badge. So I'm taking all questions. If anybody buys a badge, say, hey, bro, I love what you're doing. Quick. I work in an environment space and there are issues with funding. How could one use the NFT platform to creatively raise funds, provide value for donors? Great question, because I wanted to go into NFTs anyway. Go look at the NFT market. Crypto market down, stock market down. NFT market is not down. Why? Let me give y'all the key. People are using NFTs as a hedge, as a place to store their money while the other, because look, you would have took 10,000, you put it in the marketplace, right? Well, stock market went down. Let's say you lost 20% of that. Crypto market went down, you lost another 20, 30% of that. You put it into the NFT, it's still holding its value. So NFTs are another place where people can put it. Now, what the brother had just asked, Brother Everett Pope, right? He say he wants to figure out how you can do funding on NFT platforms to creatively raise funds to provide value for donors. To provide value for donors. All right. So for those who don't know, I'm NFT Keys. If you want to know about NFTs, come to me. I got the game. Now, I actually have a philosophy towards this. And if you're in the Infinite Wealth Strategies, and if you got a question, drop it in the crypto tokenomics section and I will answer your question live. You understand me? Go into NFT Keys in our Discord channel. Drop your question. I will answer any question you have about anything if it's to my ability, right? So one way I would do this, because I believe that, shareability and sociability is key in the NFT marketplace. So let's say that right now, if I ask you to show your wallet, let's say that anybody ever invested into a charity or gave to charity rather. Have anybody here ever gave to a charity? Press 1. Right? I want to see if you ever invested into a charity. Press 1. You understand me? Let's get to it, because we about to get to it. All right. Now, if you don't have proof, right? Like right now, if you was walking down the street and somebody said, show me proof that you invest into charities, right? And you spend your money, press 2. If on that moment you would not have any proof. In that moment, you wouldn't have no proof that you've ever invested. Or you'd be like, I ain't got it on. I can't show you right now, but I've invested. I know I invested. You might have to go dig up something or call somebody. In that moment, you wouldn't have no proof. The average person, right? So let's imagine this though. You have your charity, right? And that charity creates an NFT project, right? In the form, right, of NFTs. And each time you buy into that NFT, it represents that you're donating to a charity, and it becomes a tax write-off, right? So now this makes sense. So somebody check you on the street and they be like, you don't invest in charity, you don't be giving no money back. You could pull out your NFT wallet and say, boom, these are my NFTs. This is how you know I actually invest in charities. I don't just have one of these NFTs. I got diamond level NFTs. That means that I had to give at least $500 or $1,000 or $100 to this, right? So, and imagine that you buy these NFTs in the same way that Instagram have badges, right? And this is a prediction that Instagram, not just badges, but Instagram has verifications, right? The same way they verify NFTs, they're going to be utilizing that little check for something else. So it's not going to just be to verify you as a public figure or something of that nature. It's also going to be able to verify NFTs, but also what type of NFTs, and have multiple different check marks around it. So let's say that you gave philanthropy and you gave to 5 different charities and they 5 different colors. And answer me this question. If you could, if every time you gave to that charity and it automatically connected to your Instagram, and on your Instagram, it automatically displays small little badges that shows that you gave charities. You understand me? Would you connect your Instagram to these charities? Because then it will be like your philanthropy profile. You understand me? It ain't got to show how much you gave. You understand me? But it will show that you gave. And it'll be verified because it'll be on the blockchain, so you can't fake it. Or it could be something that shows like, oh, his profile turned orange, right? The ring around the profile, he got a little verification badge that he gave at least $100,000 this year or $1,000 this year. Or it just says that he got a badge from this charity that's connected to this. He got a badge from another one. So now he got like 5 badges. He didn't get to 5 different places. He supported the efforts for this hurricane relief or something. You would connect that, right, to your profile. Why not? It's not that you're trying to floss charity, but it's just a part of your portfolio of things that you do. And at some point in time, charity will become a thing that people floss because the world is becoming more empathetic. So people want to show that they give. Instead of showing that you giving money to the homeless, this is the new way you flex. Put your money where your mind is. Or it can be like, look, you had so many volunteer hours, we're going to give you an NFT. This NFT connects and it verifies that you volunteered or you've done something good, right? Because you're talking about social proof platforms. You're talking about having social credit scores, and NFTs, given that they're on the blockchain, they can become new social credit scores, right? Of things that you've done that are verified on the blockchain that you can't fake. You understand me? And it can give you the metric to put whatever you want to. Let's say that a person says that they make $1 million per year. Well, you ain't got to keep showing people screenshots of how much money you make. But what if there was a way that you can verify that income, right? So when students go and try to buy something from you, the same way a bank, if you got a business account, they want to see you got some money in there, right? Well, if you got 100,000 in there, I might be more prone to loan you some money. Right? So let's say that there was a way you can connect your bank account and your profile, and then all of a sudden it shows that this person is trying to get a loan. Oh, they got a certain credit score, or they got 100,000 in the bank, or yes, they trying to sell this course, and connected to their course, it shows that they actually do have 100,000 in sales. Or this person that's teaching NFTs, there's a verification that shows that, oh, they have spent 100,000 in NFTs and made 100,000 in NFTs, right? So verification and transparency is going to be key, because nobody got time to be looking and staring at the blockchain, but there's ways that you can connect the blockchain to have automatic verification systems, right? And I believe that this is becoming even more important than ever. Like doxing is becoming more important than ever. And doxing is the process where the people who create the project outs themselves as the developers. You understand me? Yeah, a tool to stop fraud, right? A tool to stop fraud, where you say one thing and there's a system to verify it. Very simple. And I think that that's a very good system to have. But the only thing, of course, is going to stop a lot of people who don't have results from getting into the game to actually get them some results. But that's the game, right? And today you can create algorithms like this. So this is not some far out future. This is the capabilities of blockchain. So anything you can think of can be created on the blockchain. You understand me? It's just a matter of integration. We got another question coming in from Supermodel Jazz. It says, Asa, peace, God. I'm in the Infinite Wealth Strategies. Congratulations. Appreciate you. I took the letter to Garcia and completed my ebook. Congratulations on the ebook. For those who don't know, in the Infinite Wealth Strategies, I have a strategy where we teach you how to create a book in 3 to 4 weeks. So we've created dozens and dozens of authors, right? That's one of the things. Before you lead a program, you can graduate as an author. Plus, we teach cryptocurrency and Metaverse and mindset and blockchain and crypto and everything else, right? It says, how do I go about you writing the forward? Thank you for your service. Oh, that was a slick one. How do I go about me writing the forward? Right. All right. So send me an email at booking19keys@gmail.com. Right. I'm going to utilize the same strategy that you used to write that book. Right. I'm going to write the forward for you, but we still got some business on the back end. I'll let you know that. But the forward is done just for now. Don't everybody come in and try to do the same thing. But walaikum salam, just for asking that question, because I like what you did there. Because you could have just put it in the Discord, but you make sure that you were seeing and your infinite wealth strategy, and you took what we call a letter to Garcia, and you completed your ebook. So I want to, appreciate you for doing that. So definitely I'll do the forward for your book, but you got to email me. We got some business on the back end and handle at booking19keys@gmail.com. Let's see if we can get that done this week, actually, so we can get your book out ASAP. All right. So let's see if there's any other questions. And there are a lot. All right. Matt had Infinite Wealth Strategy student says, should I buy any coin? Great question, right? Great question. The answer to that is yes and no, right? You shouldn't buy just any coin. You want to buy the right coin. Every time you buy a coin, you're creating a taxable event, which means you can get taxed on that. So you don't just want to buy any coin, right? You want to buy the right coin. You understand me? So at the end of the day, you're going to look at top market cap coins such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and it depends on what you want to do long term, right? If you want long term, then you're going to look at the top caps, right? The competitive ones. Now, I'll get to XRP in a second because I do like XRP, and I've been studying the Ripple case for a while now, right? So I am long on Ethereum and Solana, right? Now, go look at really good projects, right? If you are in the infinite wealth strategies and you understand tokenomics, right, then you understand that we have a strategy on which we go about. You understand me? Omega, I got you in a second. You understand that we have a strategy that we go about auditing coins to understand whether they're valuable or not, right? Now, you want to look at the strongest coins in the market and you want to look at them while they down. Now, the question you ask yourself, will they always be down forever or will they get back to the all-time high? Now, if you have a strong case for the fact that you believe that these coins will get back to their all-time high or at least get to a point where they are above where they are right now, then you have a reason to buy that coin. So the question is Ethereum is currently, I think, trading around 3,600. Let's look at it. Ethereum is currently trading. Let's go for the highest ranking. All right. Ethereum is trading at 3,500. The market took a ugly dip. So I'm going to give y'all another strategy, right? Because I think this is key. Ethereum took an ugly dip, 3,500. The question is, do you think Ethereum will go above 3,500? That's the question. I need all of you all to look at it. Don't even look at your portfolio. It's ugly. Now, I want to say this. For those, if you're like myself and you have some money in stable coins. Stable coins is where the price doesn't overly fluctuate because it's pegged to the US dollar. So the price does essentially what the dollar does, which is doesn't move much, right? So if the dollar does not move much, you understand me? And the crypto market goes down, then I can take that money and I can buy the dip. But if all your money is in cryptocurrency, then none of your money can buy the dip because it's already dipping. Does that make sense? So right now I can go look and I can take the money that I have and I go buy the dip. I don't even want to look at my portfolio because I need some more gold water. I need my lab to send me some more gold water. I drink gold water, for those who know. That's my supplement company. You understand me? I don't even want to look at it like just looking at that just gave me anxiety, man. Like, what's up? My net worth just went down a little bit. But the stable coin is key, right? So this is what you want to do as cryptocurrency goes up and you get all new highs, right? Or you have a strategy for crypto to where you say, okay, if I invest right now into Ethereum at 3,500, right? And let's say you have the ability to buy a whole ETH, right? If it goes up 10% or 20%, then you could sell. Now, some of you all can say, well, I want 100%. Then that's different. You're going for long term. But then there can be somebody to say, well, I want to make 100 to 200 because I think that even as it goes up another 200-300, there's going to be another dip. The only dangerous part about selling as it goes up, you never know if it's going to come back down again, if that's the lowest bottom that it will ever get to. Right? Goldwater is spelled. Somebody put the Goldwater link down in there. That's tried Goldwater before. Boom. So, or text gold to 323-577-6692. That's 323-577-6692. So 3,500, right? So let's say that Ethereum high has been around 3,900 or 4,900. What was it? What was Ethereum high? Yeah, around 4,900, right? We go over and we look at it over the year. And right now I'm looking at coin market cap for anybody that wants to follow along, right? So it's been around 4,900. It almost hit 5,000. So if I believe that Ethereum is going to go back up to 4,900, how much of an upside does it have, right? That's $1,400 upside to its next all-time high. So that means that I can decide to do two things. I can keep this money in the bank, or I can put it in Ethereum. And if I put it in Ethereum, when it goes back up to its all-time high, I will sell. Or when it gets close to its all-time high, right? Because oftentimes cryptocurrencies like Ethereum don't just shoot up to their all-time high and then go past it and disrespect all the levels, right? Nah, specifically because Ethereum has not gone to Ethereum 2.0 yet. And Vitalik has not, he said it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen fast enough for the people that want it. So that means that Ethereum doesn't have any news yet that becomes a catalyst to where a lot of people will buy. So what you want to look in on cryptocurrency, you want to look for news and updates on why more people will ball into it. Tomorrow we could have Visa say that they partner with Ethereum. We don't know. But when news comes like that, that's called bullish news. Bullish signals is when you just see it keep going up. So that could be a catalyst that makes it spike, right? Tomorrow Elon Musk could say, we're starting to take Ethereum payments, right, for our cars. And that could be a reason for it to go up. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's the thing about investing. You can get a greatest edge in the market as possible, right? But there's no way to predict the future because the future is uncertain. Nobody can predict the future. That's why, time in the market beats time in the market. You understand me? All right. So I hope that answered your question. And so what you can do right now is you can buy into a stable coin if you're not confident enough to buy into the market, right? You buy into a stable coin. And when you see things dip, then you buy into that cryptocurrency at what you think is a good price. Now, what is a good price for it, right? You want to go look at if you know how to study charts, then you know how to find good prices because number one, you can do your research, you can create an evaluation of how much you think it's worth. You can study historical prices where they have great support levels, where typically it's hard for them to go past this price point, right? So 3,500. Who knows? Ethereum could drop down to 2,900. I think 29 is a great support level for Ethereum. If there's very bearish news, the market is fearful right now because times are uncertain and more news can continue to come, right? So it could be bearish, but that's why you won't buy in all at once. So let's say you bought some Ethereum right now, then you decided, well, if it goes down more, I will buy more. So that's another strategy is even when you buy it into the market, you can take and buy it in pieces. So let's say that you go have a 4-point strategy. Well, I'm going to put 25% of what I'm going to invest as a whole into the market right now. So you got, let's say you got $1,000. I'm going to put $250, right, into the market right now because it's at 3,500. But then it goes down, right, to 3,300. Well, I'm taking the other 25% and I'm putting it in. Well, then it goes down to 3,000. All right. Well, I'm paying, and what this doing is averaging out your price because you're buying it cheaper and cheaper each time. So it's giving you a cheaper average price on what you bought it at. It's like if you go get a discount in the store and you buy one shirt at $100, you buy the second one at $75, the second one at $25, and the last one you got for free. Your average price is not going to be $100. It's going to be the middle of every price that you bought, right? So that's key. So you can split it up into 4 levels. So you take the whole of what you want to invest and you say that every key level I'm gonna buy. Now, if we are in a bearish market, you bought it at 3,500 and you get signals and the market looks like it's going to go up, then you will buy it on the way up incrementally. But you never buy it at a new all-time high. You never do that regardless. You don't do that because it always dips from its all-time high. Always, it has 100% dip from its all-time high, 100% since the market opened. There's no cryptocurrency that has just stayed at its all-time high and just got stuck, right? So Bitcoin is at like 44. Damn, I just got depressed when I said that. That's cool. Is that 43? Is that 43? I can't breathe. Sorry, y'all. I said 43. So I get to make a decision, right? You only lose when you sell. Remember that. So last year, it would have been a good thing that, all right, so let me tell y'all something that I didn't even know, so I would have shared with y'all. Last year, first let me give you a backstory. So if you get capital gains, right? Capital gains is anytime that you buy cryptocurrency. Let's say you buy Ethereum at 3,500, it goes to 4,000, right? So you can get taxed on that $500 based on whatever percentage that they tax it. But let's say that cryptocurrency goes down. Now, last year, you can do what they call a wash sale. A wash sale in stock market is illegal, meaning that what a lot of people try to do is, let's say that they bought Tesla at $1,000 and it goes down to 500, right? So what they try to do is they try to sell while it's down and then they rebuy it that same day. That's called a wash sale because you're trying to wash your money. So in the stock market, that don't count and it don't work. It's illegal, right? Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to realize a loss because they will take the average of how much you lost versus the average of how much you gained, right? And you're only going to be taxed on the gains. So if you made 100,000, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes up 100,000, right? So you got 100,000 that you're about to get taxed on. But let's say that Bitcoin had a dip, right? And it went down 50,000, but it went back up to 100,000. What people would do is they would sell that Bitcoin while it's in the dip. And what it will cause is a capital gains loss, right? And then that can go against the total amount of gains that you made. And then and then you buy it right back and then it goes right back up. But they go count that as if you lost because you sold and it created a taxable event. But with Biden, whole Biden, and the new administration, and everybody voted for it to come save them. They changed the rules, and now you can't do that no more. And another tax loop going out the game. So that sucks. But for everybody that did sell during dips, it now can be used as a tax write-off for what you don't know. And if you're doing cryptocurrency, you want to have an S corporation. I'm not going to get deep into that right now, but you want to convert your LLC into an S corporation. It's going to be better for you in a long run, right? And also, one thing that we teach in Infinite Wealth Strategies is how to have a trust. Everybody should have a trust. I don't care who you are, what you do, why you are, how old you are, where you exist. Everybody in the world needs a trust. And if you don't understand what trusts are and why trusts are important, that's another reason to join the Infinite Wealth Strategies, right? So let's tap in. So yeah, that's your strategy. Buy it as it goes down, break it up, right? Or sell off as it goes up so that, you understand me, you're not just selling everything, but you can tap in, right? So let's get to it again. Let's see. So yeah, Bitcoin at 43,000. Ethereum at 3,500. Sold at 150. So XRP at 79 cents. I can't even say this with like energy. I'm trying to get energy, but I can't even say it. I can't even say it. Y'all say I'm giving too much game. I can't tell because I'm looking at the chat and ain't nobody buying badges. Like y'all could at least, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was giving game. I thought people don't get this kind of game away like that. But I thought I was giving game. But y'all obviously ain't nobody buying no badge. I can't be giving no game. It should have been $1,000 up there. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. I see how y'all treat a brother. You know what I'm saying? Crypto.com is down. All right, I'm gonna stop looking at this because this ain't nothing but depression. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get into the infinite wealth strategies. Yeah, make sure y'all text infinite. Text infinite. You will get a 1-year membership. You get access to all of our courses, which is a lot, right? And the information in there, I go in great detail. Everything I'm talking about here, you're gonna learn about the metaverse, how to use it, how to buy, how to sell, how to look out for scams, how to make money essentially, right? If you're an IWS student, right, and you've made money, right, from Infinite Wealth Strategies, put a 1 in the chat, please. You understand me? Put a 1 in the chat. Thank you, Views from Bars, for getting that. All right, I'm about to take another question. You understand me? Yeah, we talking. We talking. Talk to me. Take another question, right? All right, is JavaScript connected to NFTs? Not. I think that they're connecting it to NFTs. Thank you, Tab the Barber. I appreciate you. Salute to you. You understand me? Thank you. Look at all the good people. Thank you, Marlon Williams. I appreciate you, brother. So most platforms are going to connect to NFTs. That's the way it's working right now. Most platforms are going to connect to NFTs. All right. And if you haven't liked already, make sure you like and subscribe and share to somebody else. Share to somebody that don't know nothing about this and be like, this is what you need to be on. Stop wasting your time. You said you had all of these goals for the New Year's, but you ain't did nothing yet. You understand me? Shout out to Power Moves. I appreciate you. You understand me? You OP for what you just did. I appreciate you. Shout out to Nikki Swanson. All right, the NFT market seems like you need to be very wealthy in order to buy in. This is from Chad Genius, who was an Infinite Wealth Strategy student. Talking CryptoPunks, Bored Ape, etc. How do you stay on top of the most lucrative projects that aren't a huge barrier for entry? Now, Chad Genius, first thing I want to tell you is make sure you go. We have live classes every Sunday, and those classes teach you about all of this. So take advantage of Infinite Wealth Strategies while you in it. Nikki Swanson, thank you again. Or Orlando Johnson, thank you again. Take advantage, you understand me, of Infinite Wealth Strategy because we have full classes on these questions that you're asking. So that only lets me know that you didn't participate in the class that we went over, right? So when it comes to the NFT market, you do not have to be rich in order to get into the NFT market. Most people who have made money in the NFT market were not rich beforehand. They got rich from it. That's the difference. Most people bought their NFTs for $200-$300. Well, before the project, no project like these, the big projects didn't start off rich. CryptoPunk started off free. They was giving those away. Bored Ape started off $200. People buy them, then they flipping. You understand me? That's what was happening. So what you want to do, you want to figure out, how do I find projects? How do I find projects that are worth something? Or my favorite, this is going to be the next stage of Infinite Wealth Strategies, is teaching people how to create successful projects, which is basically creating successful brands. Right? So yesterday I went and bought me some NFTs, right? I wish I could show y'all. I can't show y'all right now. But I went and bought some NFTs simply because I liked them. Some of the projects, I don't be wanting to spend the money that they want for it. Might be a good investment. I don't want it. I'm trying to find projects that are underpriced, but that are great projects, right? And that can go up over time. If I feel like if I like it, other people will like it. That's one of my strategies. But then I go to fundamentals. So studying is key. When you go look at the project, I need you all to look at who is behind the project. Appreciate you, Leander Holder. Appreciate you. Also, Sarah Tournay, we're going to be more than okay. Thank you for your words and your time, young guy. Appreciate you, Sarah. So I need you all to go into the projects and I need you to study, right? And I'm not gonna give too much game on here just because Infinite Wealth Strategies, y'all got it in the packs, so y'all can get it. But I need you to go in there. I need you to study who's a part of it, right? What is their roadmap? What does it do? Why is it valuable in the first place, right? Cairo Azur, appreciate you. If you don't understand that, Goldwater spelled GOLDE water.com, right? If you don't understand that, then that's the issue. That's the first issue. Jared is one of my advisors and educators, and he's a master in the scene. He come teach us, right? And we got a way where people can learn. If you want to learn NFTs and you want to learn crypto and you want to learn Metaverse and you're not in Infinite Wealth Strategies, I need you to press 1. Appreciate you, Coach Sheedy. Peace, family. This is She from Baltimore. We tap in down in Miami. I'm definitely Infinite Wealth Strategy Token Plaque. Explain how people to create the new business in the NFT space and tap in. See, he got the pack, and it's been working for him. It's been working for him. I can only teach you so much here, but in that pack, you got the game. All right. So there's a lot of people that want the game that don't have it yet. All right. So I'm gonna make sure that all of you all have it before the end of it. All right. So this is what I need you all to do. So this is a way. I'm going to drop this link in my Telegram. If you're not a part of the Telegram, I'm going to drop something special for everybody that's here today. Right. And this is going to be specifically for the people that's here today. You understand me? Boom. So membership costs $1,100 to get in today, and it's gonna go up towards the end of the month. I have some huge projects that I'm working. I mean, huge. You couldn't believe who I just got off the phone with. One of the biggest artists in the world, right? Everybody, if I said his name, everybody will know who he is, right? I can't say nothing, right? So it'll cost $1,100. Now, let me ask you all, if I gave you a comprehensive pack where you can learn cryptocurrency, you learn tokenomics, Metaverse, right? You learn NFTs, everything you need to from beginning to end to start to really get going. I'm gonna give y'all 2 options, right? And now some of y'all know my worth, so y'all proud to pay. You understand me? If I put it at $250 right now, would you get it? But anyway, let me get back to the questions. I'm gonna let y'all ponder on that. I'm gonna think about it by the end of this. By the end of this, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna put it out. By the end of this, it's gonna be exclusive, and it's only gonna be for today. Because I gotta integrate some things because we got some new content that's coming. So I'll let y'all know. Only for the day, one-time payment. All righty. All right, so we got another question. I'm gonna hold on the NFT taxes because I'm about to go do this study on NFT taxes, right? And then I'll come back and answer that question for you, natural and proud. How do you calculate the percentage change in Bitcoin? Like if Bitcoin is 45K, like it is now, and it goes to 46,000, and I put $5, how much of an increase would that be? So all you're going to do is look at, if you go on CoinMarketCap, you go on Robinhood, you go on Coinbase, you go anywhere in the world. You understand me? It will show you, right? It will show you what percentage it goes up, right? Like right now, if I go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, right? Because I use CoinGecko. Appreciate you, Aisha Jones. CoinGecko it shows that Bitcoin is down 2%, right? So let's say that Bitcoin goes up 3%. if no matter how much money you put in, that means your money went up 3%. Now, the more money you put in, of course, 3% on whatever you put in is going to maximize it. You understand me? And that's just a simple analogy. Like, it's not hard to calculate how much percentage. It shows you on every platform. Every time it moves, it shows you what percentage it moves because the market is based on percentage, not dollars. Remember that. What is the best wallet to keep cryptocurrency in that is decentralized and safe instead of keeping it in Coinbase? Thomas Bennett, appreciate you. All right. Thomas Bennett, I appreciate you. All right, so do I got my wallet here? This is one of the wallets I bought. It's called a Kevo Wallet. So this Kevo Wallet is a wallet that I can connect to my computer, right? And this wallet is something that I can store all of my cryptocurrency in. I haven't done my full review on this yet. So it's not a recommendation of it yet, right? And let me get this here. Now, that's what's you call a cold wallet, where you got a physical wallet that's connecting and putting all your stuff in, right? As you can see, it cuts on like this, right? So I haven't even set it up yet. So as you can see, it says download Kevo link. You understand me? One of the downtimes I heard about this one, though, is that it has to be connected to the computer, right, for you to really use it, which I'm not a fan of. All right. So I'm about to create this community here. So Exodus wallet is for beginners if they want to get in, but their fees are high, right? So people asking about XRP. You can buy XRP on Exodus, right? But you can trade XRP on Exodus. You can't buy because they don't allow you to just buy cryptocurrency. But let's say if you have money on Coinbase, you can send Ethereum to Exodus wallet, and then you can change it for XRP, right? Appreciate you, Simon Peter. Thank you. You understand me? You funny. All right. For those who want to get the and I'll let you know when it's ready, and I'll send a pack out. For those who want to get the pack, they have to text my number and text 250. It's going to put you in a small community, and I'm only going to text this out to the community of Texas. So if you haven't watched this actual live cast and you're not on here, then that deal won't go out to the public. So it's literally exclusive to the people that's watching here today, right? All right. So that's my XRP. That's simple, right? Ledger is a great wallet. Jared Ross is completely right. Ledger is a great wallet. Ledger is one of the best cold wallets that you can get. So if you think about getting a cold wallet, go get you a Ledger wallet, right? And everybody should have a cold wallet if you own cryptocurrency. You understand me? So that's key there. I just wanted to put that. Boom. So also, you have Trust Wallet. I use Trust Wallet when I first got in the game to do a lot of swaps. You understand me? A lot of people use Coinbase. People lose money on Coinbase, so I can't give them a rating to suggest. All right. Africa, Allah, appreciate you. Some people use Cash App. Cash App, you can go buy Bitcoin. It's easy. You own it, right? And then Robinhood is even saying that they're going to allow people to. One of the issues that people have with Robinhood is they say you don't own crypto, because you can't transfer it out. You can only buy it and sell it. But they're saying that they're unrolling a feature that allow you to send the cryptocurrency as well. And most likely, they're going to be rolling in new cryptocurrencies because their crypto business is going down because Dogecoin is not doing as much. Dogecoin was worth millions and millions of dollars of their business, right? Now, the thing is, when whatever coin gets listed on Robinhood, it's going to make that coin shoot up, right? So you want to look out for what coin that those could possibly be. And they put out a list on the ones that it could be because they put out a survey and it was asking people, which coins do y'all want us to list? And everybody wanted them to list Shiba Inu coin, right? KuCoin is another one. I think KuCoin is good for, well, people lost some money on KuCoin, but KuCoin is good for trading. You have Binance. Binance, I believe right now, I think they're the largest international one, right? And Binance has a big insurance, right? So they got a lot of money set aside in case something goes wrong. So it was hacked for millions of dollars, and Binance paid all those people back. So Binance, I like specifically for that security feature. So you essentially have insurance on your money. You understand me? MetaMask. MetaMask is an interesting one. MetaMask I use. I haven't had any issues with MetaMask. Um, and we'll see on that. But MetaMask is good. You can do swaps on MetaMask, meaning trade one token for another. Thank you, cutting up Quill. I appreciate you. So MetaMask is one that you can connect to the browsers on your computer, such as Brave browser. So if you're just getting in, get Brave browser, then get MetaMask connected to it. But I also heard you can also use Chrome for that as well. So you can look into that. But I like MetaMask because it's not just a wallet for your cryptocurrency. It houses your digital identity. So everything that you do on the blockchain essentially can be connected to your MetaMask, whether it's your NFTs, the assets, right? The different websites that's connected to it, a lot of different things, right? So that's MetaMask. All right, so let's go next. All right. Boom. Oh, I got a dope pack for y'all too. Got a dope pack for y'all. See, this is the reason I think the education, you understand me, builds wealth, right? So it's knowledge, wealth, then power. That's the row, right? Like in your family, I'm sure like you probably the person that's more interested in crypto than anybody else in your family. You part of the person that's interested into metaverse and all these outside things. And it may feel like or seem like the rest of the people in your family are just not that interested, or they don't get it, or they don't want to talk about it. You understand me? Appreciate you, Lee Banks, and Cookie the Monster. All information and knowledge can make you money, but it's up to you. See, I don't. Here's the dangerous thing. Anytime that I have a package or something that I do at a discount, those are the people who complain the most because they want to do the least. Because usually that's the reason they're in a position. Because if you access and you tap in and you do the work, you go get paid, right? There's people in the course that have done 6 figures since they got in, right? Jared is a standout case. You understand me? And multiple people in there. Like I give the 3 to 4 week Arthur strategy, but everybody hasn't written a book, right? And once you write your book, the video I did previous to this, I showed you how to make money once you have a book. So you're guaranteed to make money if you execute. But I can't do the work for you. I can't come up with the knowledge, the course, the program, the package, teach it, bottle it up, and then do the work for you. So I don't offer, man, Supermodel Jazz. I appreciate that. Thank you for that endorsement, and I appreciate that. All praises due. I don't offer services where I'm saying that, look, this is magic. No, you gotta get the knowledge and you still gotta execute. Y'all know sire in Old English mean king. And I break down sire, you gotta strategize, investigate, research, and execute. If you're not doing that, you're gonna lose. That's it. You're gonna lose. Don't get mad at me. You're gonna lose. What you want from me? All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get back to it. So absolutely, yes, 2 crowns. I appreciate you. Solid God. All right, XRP price prediction and the date the case will close if the case wins. So, XRP is an interesting case. If you study what's been going on with them, they really have a biased case against them from the US and the SEC. What Ripple really did wrong was that they incorporated their business in the United States, right? And most other those businesses incorporate outside the U.S. jurisdiction, and so that means that they fell under the security laws and the SEC regulations and all this other crap, right? And that's why they messed up. They basically did Bitcoin, but they did Bitcoin in the U.S., right? And this is why you see a lot of the crypto projects, they incorporate outside the United States of America, because the United States is a corporation, and this corporation has certain jurisdiction, meaning that outside of that, they don't have power. Their laws don't count, right? So this is why most of the companies incorporate in different countries, and that when you're doing business with them, you're doing international business because these are international companies. So different laws apply and different regulations apply. So with XRP, unfortunately, they incorporated in America, right? But they were the number 2 cryptocurrency before they caught the case. They caught a case. You understand me? They were the number 2 cryptocurrency before they caught a case. Appreciate you, Aisha Khalid. So once they caught their case, of course, now they're in like the number 4 spot, which is still good for a crypto that got a case. They fighting the U.S. government, and they still in position. That lets you know that's a strong brand because number one, it's a very great platform, super scalable, fast, right? The swap process, everything that it does, XRP really is better than mostly all the cryptos on the market. I think it might be the best crypto on the market based on what it does, right? And potential, right? So, but XRP wasn't in bed with the SEC. So what the SEC did, they invited them over for lunch. Like, come over, let me come talk to y'all about what y'all doing. So Ripple, like, we ain't got nothing to hide. What's up, blood? We've been doing this for 8 years. What y'all want to talk about? So they in there like, look, this is how we do business. We be doing it like this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, SEC like, man, yep, we're gonna drop a dime on them. You understand me? They took everything they said and it can be used them in a court of law, and they dropped a case on them. Now, the dangerous part about this is that they're not charged with fraud. They're charged with misrepresentation on how the product was represented, right? And basically saying that it was a security, and it's a bunch of different jargon that goes into it, right? And we're not going to get boggled down by the small details, right? So and what this does, though, is unfair because they label an XRP as security, but not these other cryptocurrency. So it's crazy that they're going after one crypto, but the other ones are able to slide under the table. But that's because the other cryptocurrencies is cool with them. And they in bed with some of them, like ETH. You understand me? Vitalik got connections. So Vitalik able to slide while XRP, they putting up a wall against. You understand me? Millennior, I appreciate you. In the shell, appreciate you. So that's an issue, right? That's a big issue. So a lot of the case is unbiased, and the way that it's probably going to happen is probably going to as a settlement because this case can go on for a long time. XRP got extensive resources. They have billions of dollars. Now, one thing about XRP that I don't like is they have token centralization, meaning like 50% of the tokens is owned by the developers, which means that they can have market manipulation in their project. Right? So that's dangerous. Right? Face 626, I appreciate you. But what they decided to do was that they decided to lock up the ownership of what they own, and every month they release a certain amount of crypto that they can use. Right? So every month, let's say they got 50 billion, and every month a billion is released that they can use. And then after they get to the point where they use it all, then it goes back in a lockup period, and then it releases again month to month. And that was basically to control the fluctuation, to make sure that it's not as much manipulation in the market, right? But it's still token centralization when one entity owns a lot, or a group of people own so much of the token that they have power over that token and the price and things of that nature, instead of the market and what the market thinks and what the market buys. Cutting up Quail Crutcher, I appreciate you. The first $100 badge. I think this is the first one I got, man. I really appreciate you. You understand me? Thank you. Super solid. You understand me? Matter of fact, make sure you DM me, man. I want to give you a shout out for that. So yeah, that's solid. Right. So we got that. Now let's get to this point. For those who don't know, I do have my own project. It's called Crown Society. Crown Society is, I think, 437 members deep right now. We got some beautiful things coming. The market cap for it is, I think, $339,000. You can get in at a couple $100 to get you one. The floor price will be going up very soon as we are announcing things to come in. So if you want to be a part of my NFT project, go find Crown Society with a Z. It's a crowns on Rarible. You understand me? And you can buy you a crown. Some of the crowns come with physical ones. You understand me? I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Stay there. Right. We're gonna have crowns that you get some more crown boxes. I don't have my white gloves, otherwise I would show you this other crown that I have. You understand me? But it's gonna be some beautiful things that's coming together. So we're gonna get to it. All right, let's get to another question. All right. Was that enough XRP talk for today? Did we cover it pretty good? You understand me? But to answer your question directly, XRP, there's no telling when it's going to end. Inshallah, it ends soon, right? Maybe in the next couple of months. But I think that a likelihood for this is that there's a settlement. XRP pays a fine. You understand me? The government, they sets precedence over this case, right? And XRP continue to be listed, or XRP wins. But the government don't like to lose, and the government will just continue to make up laws to make sure that they win, right? Because the thing with XRP, what they doing wasn't illegal until they caught the case, and there was no laws for it. So XRP, like, y'all let me do this for 8 years, and then all of a sudden you want to throw a case. That's like the government know you've been selling dope for 8 years, and all of a sudden, you know what? I think that's illegal. We're gonna lock him up for that. Well, I just told y'all what I was doing. Y'all let me do it. Y'all watched me do it, and all of a sudden y'all decided that I can't do it. Right? Stop talking to me about crypto. I don't want to see it. It's hurting me. I can't look at it. I can't look. It's hurting me. Ooh. Crypto be hitting tough, man. I don't even want to look at my portfolio right now. The stock market is down. It's just dumb. This don't make no sense. Too much money in the market. Let's just take a moment to breathe. You understand me? Whatever. We back to it. Money keep coming. Money grows on trees. You understand me? Money grows on my mind. It grows in my thoughts. It grows in my atmosphere. It grows in my connections and my network. You understand me? Whatever I lost, I will get back tenfold. That's the energy. That's the effort. That's the power that we get. You understand me? Money. I be trying to run away from money, and money just be chasing me. I don't even chase money. Money be chasing me. You know what I'm saying? I tried to run as fast as I could. As soon as I turned around, the money was there. Like, hey, give me your pockets. Give me your bank account number. I thought it was a robbery, but it was a deposit. You understand me? Money just be coming. So I ain't even tripping. You understand me? Money like, hey, what you want? I gave money my routing and account number, and all of a sudden, a new deposit. Money like, I got an idea for you. He just threw an idea in my head, and all of a sudden, I executed. The money came. I said, God damn. I can't get away from you, can I? You know what I'm saying? Me and money got a good relationship. I'm tapped into my money chakras. You understand me? That's why I be lighting my sage, because me and money, we be tight. Like, I ain't gonna lie, money been one of my best friends since I was young. You understand me? We always hung together. We always kick it. Anytime I needed it, always came for me in a jiffy. Like, it was never an issue. I got locked up before, and money bonded me out. You understand me? Like, money, it's good. I ain't even gonna lie. Money people be saying money is the root of all evil. Don't let them tell you that. People that don't have money, that want money, is the root of all evil. Talk to them. So get your money chakras right? All right, let's go into the next question for the Infinite Wealth Strategy students. You understand me? Now we got our money affirmations. You understand me? Absorb that. Confirm that. You understand me? In the chat, put in there, I am money. You understand me? That's how we feeling, right? I'm gonna tell y'all a key before I go into the next question. One of the most, and if you're an Infinite Wealth Strategy student, make sure you drop your question in the chat so I can answer it live. It says that one of the most dangerous things in the world is that we chase money, right? Money is used to buy things of value, right? So that if you got something and you exchange it for something of value, like let's say my gold ring, that's money, right? I paid a nice little grip for this. You understand me? This is money. It's called real money. This is legally defined as real money. Gold and silver, right, is legally defined as real money. The reason they created the dollar is so that because gold's too heavy to carry, you can't just bring it everywhere, right? So they created a certificate, right? Like money was an NFT for gold. I appreciate you, Nana, for real. You understand me? Thank you. Minor 7 for a major come out. See, money coming. I just told you about the money coming. Coach Sheedy, I'm not familiar with CHZ coin. So I can't answer that question, but thank you. But money was the NFT essentially. Well, it was a fungible token. It was a fungible token for gold. So in the military, they use what they call greenbacks, and it was a certificate. Because you in the military, imagine you trying to carry gold and be a soldier at the same time. That's impossible, right? So they start issuing out these certificates, right? And these certificates basically that this says that I have 5 ounces of gold, right? And it's represented by the certificate, which became fiat money, a paper dollar, right? So that means that I can go to the bank and give them the certificate and they will give me gold back, right? America went bankrupt after the Great Depression, right? And then it changed the way America operated, right? Now, there was a certain point in time where gold was illegal in the world, right? Where you cannot own gold. The Federal Reserve would not allow people to own and trade gold like that, right? The only way you can own gold is if you had it as jewelry. You understand me? Otherwise, you cannot own gold. I know a lot of people didn't know that, right? Gold was illegal up until like the 70s or 80s or whatever. So what ended up happening is I think it was Roosevelt. Who was that? One of them presidents. You understand me? Decided that the dollar was no longer going to be backed by gold. So they disrupted and threw away the gold standard. So now money is no longer backed by gold. So if it's not backed by gold, what is it backed by? Money is now backed by people. It's backed by debt. That's why every time you go look on a dollar, right, it is a promissory note for debt. So if money pays debt, now that I want y'all to think about this, and this Nixon, thank you. If money is a promissory note for debt, meaning that this is a promise to pay a debt. So the debts are never really ever absolved because the money itself is just a promissory note to pay debt. That's why they say if everybody in the world paid off all of their debts at once, that means all the money will have to flow back into the banks because the money is just representing debt, right? Gold is the only way, real money is the way that you pay off and you don't owe nothing. But money is just a system of debt, right? That's why people use good debt, right? And they understand the system of America is based on credit because that's what it is, right? So money is backed by the blood, sweat, and tears of the American people. And that's what they call bonds. So we are all connected and backed by bonds, right? So when you hear that the interest rates are 0, they're basically saying that there is no profit, right, on the debt. There is no profit because if you get a rate on credit and your interest rates on your credit is 10%, you get $1,000. That means what? You got $100 you got to pay. You understand me? But if they say we're gonna loan you this money, but you get 0% interest rates, then how are they making money off the money? How are they making money off the money? That means that this money ain't really worth nothing. You understand me? They can't even charge any money on top of it. So when they got a system where they can start making money off money, it changed the game for them. And then they started to get into loan sharking, right? And making people pay for money. Like, think about that. They didn't got so cold that they got people start paying for money. And then they charge you interest on top of money. So now this dollar is now worth more than $1 because if I give it to you, you have to pay me $1.20 back. Or they have predatory loans in our hood. Not only $1.20, you got to pay me $2 back on this dollar. So now this dollar is worth more. So they find poor people, give them money, and now their money is worth more in the hands of poor people. And if you loan out the money, right, then you can't be taxed on it. So they understood that creating banks and creating these systems is how they're going to get money. This is how Germany fell, right? And Hitler came and took over, right? The money loaning systems. The interest rates was so high that they was charging interest on everything. Inflation got so high, everything started costing so much. The money started being worth nothing. And this is what America is going through. The cost of goods and items and everything is going up. Milk is gonna be costing $20 in the future. I went to an island called St. Thomas. We had to speak there before, and the milk was like $15. The eggs was like $10. Like, this is stuff that's happening already because their money is not worth much. So when you bring the US dollar is worth more, right? So when you hear about inflation, you're talking about the cost of goods, products, and services rising. which means that your money is not going as far anymore. Now, this is dangerous when it comes to money. So if you spend your time chasing a dollar, what you look like chasing something that's going down in value. But the point of getting money is to exchange it for something of value. So that means that if you create value, the money chases you. Talk to me. And let's say if all of you all take the pack that you about to buy for $250, right? Let's say you learn that information. I'm talking about learn it cold. Guess what? Everybody who don't know it, you are now a value to them. You are value to them because now you know something that 70% of the world, 90% of the world don't know. So just knowledge is the quickest way to add value onto self. You want to know how to get money? Become money. You become money by creating and making yourself more valuable. Simple, done. Learn something new. Execute on what you learn. Teach what you know in the experience that you have. Talk to me. I just made y'all some money because I just gave you more value. Okay. All right, let's get to some more questions. You understand me? So we don't chase money. We become value and let the money chase us. And I always look around, and I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to look around in your environment, and I want y'all to visualize how much money you think is circulating around you. Meaning, how much money you think your neighbors got? How much money you think the store owner got down the street? How much money you think is right there in that bank? Like there's money, physical dollars, there's cryptocurrency, there's credit. It's money all around you. It's money all around you. All the time. You understand me? The question becomes is, how do I get in the flow of money? So if I did this one time, I had an epiphany, man. I'm standing downtown LA and I was in my penthouse, you understand me, at the top. I'm looking around, you understand me? And I said, wait a minute. It is billions of dollars around me. It's billions of dollars around me. I just had an epiphany like, yo, the U.S. Treasury, the Federal Reserve, they make money. I never have to make money a day in my life. I just got to get in the flow of money. It is illegal, in fact, to make money, like to counterfeit money. To counterfeit money. Like, so if I go try to duplicate and counterfeit some money, I go to jail. But to get in the flow of money is not illegal. And also to create cryptocurrency is not illegal. Did you know that there's no law against making your own currency in America? This is why currencies can thrive. But you got to follow the rules and the regulations. You know what I'm talking about? So I thought about that. I said, man, all I got to do is figure out who got my money in their pocket. So, but the only way that I can get in the flow of money is if I create value so that the people who got money wants to use money the way it's supposed to be used, which is to buy things of value. So I said, the more value I create, and how do I create value? I got to become a service to a lot of people. So Elon Musk made 1 million cars last year for 1 million customers who wanted his service. He serviced 1 million customers. Okay. Then you get Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos' service. How many people use Amazon in here? I know 70 to 80% of people have used Amazon. His family decided to invest into his business so he can be a service to the world. Now he created his service to where millions, hundreds of millions of people use it. We are on YouTube. YouTube is a service. YouTube just passed Netflix and streaming for live. That's a service. It's 1,117 people in here. That's a service. Because I studied and I learned so much all day long so I can be a service to people. Because when you got to work and you got to deal with issues and problems, I'm studying and soaking up and keeping my mind clear so that I can be a service to you, because you might not have time to get all this knowledge. Who has time to go through 10 hours of learning to get one specific point to teach people for 1 hour? Who got time to put in the 10,000 so I got to condense that and then I can be a service? And then that's how you do. When you can give people that their time, the value of their time, you become a service. So I create books, create courses, I create products, I throw events, I do speaking, consultations, I create communities, I teach, I create content, right? Like every single way I can figure out to be a service, I will be. And that's how I know I will always have value and I will always have money to the end of my days. Because I will always figure out a way to be a service to other people. And people pay for services and value. I just wanted y'all to get that key, like download that, really take that in, because that's at the crux of how I think and how I built my empire. You understand me? You can't accidentally, right, build 7-figure businesses and have businesses that make $1 million+ dollars, right? Like you don't accidentally do that. You do it purposely, intentionally, strategically. You do it with a plan. And so once I got the principle in mind, I follow the principle and I don't go away from it. All right. If that was some value to you, drop a key in there. If that was some value, drop a key. You understand me? Share this with 10 other people. Let them know. I don't know what you're doing with life right now, but this man dropping keys. Oh, yeah. And we got 1,111 people in here. Shout out to them double numbers, 2022. We in them angel numbers. And we don't have 1,111 likes, though. So some of y'all not liking the post. If you can kindly do that for me, share, click subscribe. Let's get it lit. We got 51,000 subscribers. I think we got like over 30,000 in the last couple of months. We're going to be at 100,000. We're going to be killing pages in a second. And all my keys that's in here, y'all going to be locked in. Shout out to Eli Padilla. Happy New Year's. I appreciate you. You said, I appreciate you and your father. Brother Keys, you are with thoughts on buying a bot for Forex. If it's the right bot, then yeah. Right, I need some water. I've been talking. Let me grab me some water. Don't know. I don't see it. Got some juice though. Some organic juice at that. All right. Okay, them licenses up. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I was talking with my brother Troy at Earn Your Leisure earlier. We had a long conversation. And I'm telling him I'm gonna start doing more of these lives so I can get more value to people, man. That's my key right now. All right. Do you think that cryptocurrency is at its lowest it's gonna be for the year, or will it get lower, right? It can always go lower, of course, right? But it's a good question, right? Because if you go and you look over the last 5 years, right? He said, I thought I was gonna feel full of Rick Ross. You funny. You thought so? Let's say that if you go look over the last 5 years, every year, each crypto has a low, and it doesn't go lower than that. So let's say last year, Bitcoin hit to like 69,000, right? So let's say Bitcoin low was 30,000 last year. So that means that if you bought in at that level, everything was profit. Everything was profit, right? But you don't know if that's the lowest low. So right now the question is it the lowest low? Right? Now, Bitcoin could go lower. I think that, you understand me, who was it? My bro Ian Dunlap said 20,000, right? And some of the other news networks qualify that could be a possibility. It's always a possibility, right? Now, there's $70 billion worth of institutional investments into Bitcoin. I don't know about y'all, but I think that that's a lot of money. I think that's a lot of money. So which means that they don't want it to fail, right? Banks are getting into it. They don't want it to fail. Nobody wants this to fail, right? Some people do, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of invested interest to see it succeed. So that's good for Bitcoin, right? Institutional adoption is going to drive the price, not regular market adoption where you and me. We can't drive the price. You need what they call whales, a person that can put in so much liquidity or capital or money inside the market that it drives the price up. right? So you need billions of dollars flooding into this market in order for us to see the prices rise. All right. So somebody asked, do you think the government will make owning crypto illegal, like how they did with gold in the 30s? Short answer, no. Right. Long answer, I think that they're going to do a lot of annoying things with cryptocurrency, but I don't think that they're going to make it illegal. Right. So the short answer is no. The long answer is they're gonna make it illegal. I mean, they're gonna make it annoying, right? See, the thing about cryptocurrency is a lot of the crypto traders are in America. K Flex, shout out to you. America's like innovation, and plus we got a lot more freedom to do what we want to do. So we can invest where a lot of countries are shutting down crypto, or like more it's like China. And that's because they want to create their own token, right? And they want to control it, right? But no, I don't see them completely banning cryptocurrency. You understand me? Because number one, they about to get all this tax money. They about to get all this tax money, right? And then number two, it's good to stimulate the economy. You understand me? They need that to stimulate the economy. So it wouldn't make sense right now because they would lose this new currency war that's happening right now. America wants to be able to create their own CDC, right, which is a central bank backed cryptocurrency, right, meaning one that controlled by the government. So that's what they really want to do. They want to roll out their own crypto. It's not that they hate crypto; they want to control it. You understand me? So that the old guards of the financial systems can continue to rule. So don't get it confused. The reason they don't like it is because it completely shifts the ground under them, and they got to come up with new rules, new laws, new regulations, the whole nine. You talking about old folks that don't want to change shit, right? They old and they thinking. So of course they want to control the game. They don't want all of a sudden new billionaires and new multimillionaires popping up, and all of a sudden you got more power in the world. Hell no. You understand me? Where it's easy, where I can say, hey, y'all, hey, culture. I need everybody to invest in this. Next thing you know, everybody got 10,000 in the bank account. They don't want shit like that to happen. So they got to come in and hate the game. They got to come hate the game. They got to make it annoying for you. But, we'll see what happens. All right. So it says, do you think the government will make owning crypto? That was the last question I got. All right. All right. So I would take a couple more questions from the Discord before I get out of here. How many of you all have read my book, Paradigm Keys? Talk to me. How many of y'all read my book, Paradigm Keys, Solution-Based Mind Reprogramming? If you ain't read that book, you need to get it today. Just type in book at 323-577-6692. It's a quick read, but it's going to give you some game. It's going to give you some downloaded keys that's going to reprogram your mind and adjust you. You understand me? New conscious uploads and downloads. It's going to be crazy. You understand me? All right. So, I'm going to leave y'all with this story too. I ran into Naj, right? Shout out to Two Crowns. I appreciate you again. You say you're reading the ebook. You understand me? People must tap into the Infinite Wealth Strategies ASAP. Thank you. Right. I got a Naj story, right? So I don't know if I should tell my Naj story. I should save it. I think I already told it, so I said it again. I ran into Naj, right? And I was at a Snoop party at Naj. As soon as I seen him, I said, "What up, God?" He shook my hand. He said, "Look, you understand me? I may be doing things this way. You may be doing things that way. You understand me? But at the end of the day, we all got a part to play. And this is how we make this thing work. You understand me? This is how we win in the end." So essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something to that, that matter and that capability. Right. And that makes sense to me. And I think that each one of you on the other end, that we don't all have to do the same thing, right? Whether you're in crypto, whether you're in Metaverse, whether you're in NFTs, whether you're an educator, whether you're an investor, whether you're an enthusiast, whatever you do, whether you're not in this and you're in some other industry, like we all got a part to play in this. And if we all shoot for the same goal, then we win. There's a way where we can come together as a community and we can raise millions of dollars in things that they call DAOs, right? And we can buy up industries, we can buy up companies, we can buy up things together, and we can have so much more buying power to win. Like together we win. You understand me? Apart, you understand me? We targets. right? Like I don't judge people for what they do because everybody needs to play their part, but you need to be playing a part in it, otherwise you lose. You understand me? And you know, so that's the advice I want you all to think of. How do you play a part in this? You may think it's small, but everything counts. That's the goal. If you haven't read my book, please go get my book. I did not write it for any reason. I wrote it because it's really one of the greatest downloads that you're going to get in a book. You understand me? Like, it's different. Tap in. I could read it to you now and you'd be mind blown. Understand me? Like, it's really like that. Right? Um, I think around maybe 4 o'clock for everybody that typed in 250, I'll be sending out a link so that y'all can get access. So get prepared. It's coming. And it's only going to be available. I'm not going to advertise this anywhere. It's only for the people that literally just got in during this live session. Don't type in 250. You got to text it. I'm sorry. Text it to me here. So if you text it, then we good to go. Text 250 to 323-577-6692. You understand me? I'm going to put that again. Somebody put that in the chat. 323-577-6692. I just dropped my Telegram link. If y'all see that right there, I just pinned it on the messages. So click inside that Telegram link. Make sure you stay up to date. I sometimes drop news, pics, triggers, things of that nature. You understand me? Now, there it is, 323-577-6692. All right. That's what I want y'all to drop in the chat so everybody else can get it. That's where you text, okay? Somebody said crypto vulture. That's a new one. Say we losing money. You hitting us up. Woo, that's a good one, Rob Dan. Rob Dan must like people to feel sorry for him. All right, Rob Dan. I hope you have a good day. But institutional sell off to drive price down. That's true. That's true. Zahir, I knew. I appreciate you. Zahir, I knew. I just gave all this game away. You wanted to focus on something negative. Well, I tell you, man, this is what I deal with, man. I can take an hour and a half out my day to literally give out free game. And at the end of it, at the very end of it, a person go complain. How you complain about somebody taking their time to give you free game? Y'all didn't have to pay for this. This was free. Damn, then on top of giving you free game, you want me to give you more. It's like you ain't even say thank you yet. Boy, I tell you, man, you know this is what you got to deal with, man. I don't get it, man. Like, what did I do wrong with I give out free game? I didn't charge nobody for nothing. You understand me? Like, can I not be a businessman and have a product though? Like that, I thought that's what we was doing out here. We was creating business and trying to get to the bags. I thought that's what we was doing out here. Like, ain't that what we doing? But you know, I digress. I thought that's what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me touch my positive energy right here. You know what I'm saying? This is all this prosperity right here. You see, I got my crystals. You understand me? Ooh, talk to me. You feel me? We're gonna set that right here. Keep it a little close, man. Keep that a little close so you can see it. I don't want you to forget that. You know what I'm saying? This is expensive, so I don't want you to forget that. Then I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit this sage button. Hit that sage button. Hit that sage button for y'all before we get out of here. I'm gonna see some of y'all that appreciate what we doing. I'm gonna see y'all in. I gotta hit that sage one more time, man. You know, sage clear out the atmosphere. You understand me? Charging the atmosphere for you, clearing out the still negative energy, man. I got a podcast that I talked about it, and I hired somebody to do my podcast for me now, so I'm gonna be consistent. So if you go on my podcast, you can listen to all my episodes that's up. I teach even more in depth about things that I talked about today. You understand me? And so you can get some of that game. I have a new show coming out that I'm gonna be signing with a major platform. So y'all just get prepared to see me on the big screen. We got a lot of stuff coming. I've been doing this for like 10 years now, man. And I appreciate y'all that's been riding with me. You understand me? Like, at the end of the day, I've taken this across the planet Earth, and I've across the planet Earth physically. You understand me? So it's different. Now, I appreciate you, Joshua Paul. I already know. You understand me? I already know. Like, we good over here. I appreciate all y'all, the whole community that just showed up out of nowhere. We didn't schedule this, and 1,000 people have been here. So kudos to you all for showing up for knowledge, because, you know, here we are. You got to understand, we in 2022, and we in a different type of era, right? Like, this era is crazy. This era is different. But, like, just imagine and think about how much that you've changed. You've changed so much and probably don't even realize it. I mean, you've changed significantly and don't even realize it. You understand me? Whole life done changed and don't even realize it. Like, your life is different than it ever has been. You feel me? And like, the era we living in a digital money era and a metaverse and virtual reality, and we got a president who don't even show up anymore. We living with all kind of strands. They got new variants popping up and all kind of crazy crap going on in the world. You understand me? And the interest that you now have, 2 years ago, you wouldn't have jumped on no live about financial literacy and mindset from a brother with a crown on that's giving you the game. So it's like, you have to take in the account of how much you've changed and how much growth that you have, that you would take this time out your day, and it complements where you at and where you want to be because of where you put your attention at. Like, I don't take that for granted. I promise you, I do not take that for granted. Don't worry about Xander watches. I will send out the text. I didn't send it out yet, so just wait. I'm going to send out the text for everybody. So please do not take that for granted. This is not something you want to take for granted. This is something that you really want to be a part of. This is something that you really want to educate yourself on. Like, even getting free game like I gave you a lot to really ponder, think, and execute on. A lot. You understand me? And I believe that I can create 10,000 authors by the end of this year if you all lock in with me, join Infinite Wealth Strategies, right? So not even just earning cryptocurrency, like not even just trading in the market and buying Nfts. Like, I'm talking about creating your own products that will last you forever, that put a new title next to your name. Like, my bro, he got out of jail and he now a self-published author, and he can make income for himself after he spent 4 years in jail. Shout out to Kaiko 7575. You understand me? Like, that's different. The number is 323-577-6692. Somebody put that in the chat for me. You understand me? So it's like, I want to create opportunities for us, but it's like, I'm not going to do everything for you. Like, you got to do for self. Like, if you know me, I'm tough love. I got 7 brothers, 2 sisters. All right. And I speak to them this way. Most of them work for me and with me. You know, I'm not that person that feels like I need to hold your hand because you have a brain. This is how I know. This is how a lot of people don't like when I call myself a god, but I tell them I can prove it. Somebody asked me, how can I prove it? The email is only the email that's on the site, the Musail email. That's the only one you should be hitting up. My booking email is booking19keys@gmail.com. That's for high-level jobs, you understand me, that you may have, that you want to tap in, right? But this is how I can prove it. So somebody asks, how? I can prove it because I can take thoughts that only exist in my head and I can bring them into reality. I can literally, this is how I can prove it. Like, you can't tell me that's not godly. That I can come up with an idea right here in front of you all right now. I can take a thought that literally only exists in my head, in the darkness of my mind, and I can pour power and energy into that thought in a form of work, which is work is just exerting energy. And I can exert so much that I bring it into reality. That's godliness. I can prove it because you're going to take a brain, a 7.5 pound brain, 9 pound brain, whatever, how much the brain weighs. And you say, well, that's how much the brain weighs. And you go say, this is how big the brain is. And then I say, well, how big is the mind? And the person will be like, oh, the mind is infinite. They got to go like this. The mind is infinite. Well, let me ask, if the mind is infinite, and I have a mind. Am I not infinite as well? See, I didn't say I was the God, but if I'm the reflection of my Father, then I'm his son. That's all I'm saying. When I say I'm a God, all I'm saying is I'm the son. That's all I'm saying. Which means I'm gonna have attributes, characteristics from Pops. All right. And proof of that is the fact that I can take things outside of my head. I can literally, like, we got iPhones, we got computers, we build things. I had, before y'all know me as 19 Keys, I had a meeting with a friend of mine. I told him I'm going to create a global brand as 19 Keys, and everybody around the world will know it. He looked at me like I was crazy, because he didn't realize that I was already living it the moment that I had the vision. I just needed to put the work in to go relive it. I lived it in here first, then I relived it with the rest of you all as I was executing, because I seen the vision. I lived it once. Now I had to execute to relive it again. That's all. So I'm not here to get into any spiritual and sensibilities of things, but you know, I think things in a very practical term. I think things very logical, very mathematical, and that just makes sense to me all around. So this is more than one thing. This is more than crypto. This is talking about creating ways to do for self and getting that done. And how many of you all can agree that that's a good thing? How many of you all could agree that doing for self is a good thing? Because there's nobody that would do it for me. That's the key. And that's the challenge that you all have, is to figure out how you can do it for yourself. So yeah, Bitcoin is going down, and I'm gonna look at the news before we get out of here, and then we're gonna leave on this last bit. Bitcoin is at 43. It's looking ugly. So Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin reconfirming plans to hike rates. It lost its dominance to Ethereum. So that's what happened. The Federal Reserve announced that they reconfirmed, because they already said it, but this is what happens. Just more bad news. They reconfirmed that they're going to hike rates. So the stock market and the crypto market hit a free fall. The whole economy essentially dropped 4.5%. Traders are rushing to stable coins. That's your news for the day, man. I'm 19 Keys. I already told you some of your strategies that you can do during this time. If you want to take profit, put it in stable coins. If you have stable coins and you want to buy what you consider to be the dip, or you want to wait to dip more, use that 4-point strategy that I gave you. You understand me? The 4-point strategy that I gave you inside this video, use that if you want to lock in, you understand me, during a dip. I think that's the best way to go during any dip, is the 4-point strategy. You understand me? Where you break upon your payments and your entry levels that you get in, right? At the end of the day, ask yourself this question, and this keeps me guided. Do I still believe in Bitcoin? Do I think it will go past where it's at? Because if you do, then you think that the asset will appreciate, and that makes it a good investment, right? And then decide for yourself, at what level do you want to sell? Because you don't have to wait till it go up 100%. You can go up 20%, and you can say, my plan is only 20%. So if I put in 100 and it goes up to, and I make $20 off of it, you make 20%. So then you get out, and then you find another entry to get back in, if that's your goal. Or you can say, I'm gonna put money in there and I'm gonna let it hold for time. So you're not doing a price evaluation of an investment, you're doing a time evaluation. I'm going to see how it performs over the next 3 months, or you can say 6 months, or you can say 1 year, or you can say I will look at it for the next 3 to 5 years. then that's a time investment. So if it doesn't perform the way I want it to in the next 3 months, I take my losses or I take my wins. All right. Or I say, I don't care what the market is doing right now because the market is always dipping, it's always going up, it's always going down. So if I'm a long-term investor, it doesn't matter what happens during this time. That's not my plan. My plan was never to look at it day to day. My plan was to see whether it's going to be a great investment over time. So if you invested, closed your eyes, didn't look at it, woke up a year later, what happened? All you're going to see is the final price. You're not going to see everything in that chart. That's a different investment strategy. That's long term. All right. So I appreciate y'all, man. We got a lot more game to come. Like I said, in the Infinite West Strategy, we definitely teach you how to make money. Just want to put that out there. We definitely teach you how to make money. Just want to put that out there. And that's by giving you new knowledge that you can use to make new income. So if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all the videos I got on there. You'll be surprised. It's life-changing. I love y'all. Make sure you read the book. Text 250 to 323-577-6692 for those who want to be a part of the exclusive group of people that will be able to get access to this bundle for $250. We won't do it again, but you will get access for being a part of this. And I just came up with this off top. This was not my plan when I first got on. I told my younger brother, market is looking bad. Let me get on there. Let me tap in. Let me get people some game. That was it, right? And then somebody asked a great question. So now I decided that I'm going to give you all the opportunity. And this is the very last thing I would say. If you have children, press 1. If you have children, press 1. You gotta take 250 in ETH. You got 250 in ETH, go buy my Crown Society NFT, and then I will give you access to the Infinite West Strategy. All you gotta do is show me proof. So if you got children, I'm pretty sure you go to your children and you tell them I love you. And if you go tell your children I love you, you're either lying or you're telling the truth. Now, depending on your definition of love, my definition of love, and we go off this definition. Let's say that I believe that love is an action word. It's about what you do rather than what you say, right? That you have to show it. It's a duty. So if that's the reality, love is an action word. You understand me? If you don't do everything to set that child future up to make sure that they have a money in the future, they trust is set up, they got cryptocurrency, or are you going to wait to see if the world teaches them everything they need to know? When we know that the world don't do it for you, you got to do it for yourself. So how can you be sure that you completely love your child unless you're doing everything, 100% of everything, to make sure that they have the proper knowledge and that they set up so that they don't have to live in the same way that you have? So when you will be like, I know I love my child because I learned this for them. I know I love my child. I took this course. I know I love my child. I got educated on this form. So now the knowledge is in a household and you can teach the child, because that's your duty. That's your responsibility. That's what love really look like. It don't look like you just say some words, or I bought you clothes, I sent you to school, I got you food or dinner. No, like set their future up where you can be confident that my child is set up for the future and I've done everything I was supposed to do. I didn't wait for society to babysit my child, and then when they come home, I tell them I love them. Society seems like they love your child more because they're the ones taking care of. It's not enough, in my honest opinion, that we know there's something that we need to learn and study, but we don't. But we tell our child to go study something, but we can't even study it with them because we don't understand it. I consider love that duty that we have. So next time you go look at your child and you tell them that you love them, you know you're telling the truth because you have the knowledge of what you're doing for them. And I'm not talking about the regular things as a parent. Like, so this ain't just for you. This is for the next generations to come, because they're going to have to work for those parents, right? Or those children that did have this in their household, that did have these discussions, that did learn this game, that did hustle. Otherwise, you're telling a goddamn lie. So I love y'all for real. And that's why I'm here teaching. That's why I educate. That's why I build a platform. I show my love. Now I need you to show up as well. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later, man. It's been a 19 Keys tap in. Peace.